Down, down, down into a burning ring of fire. No, we're doing Inferno Ring today, okay? Not Ring of Fire. Get out of here, Johnny Cash. 2 Megapops is an achievement in Balloons Tower Defense 6 where you have to place a single tower down and then rounds between 6 and 100. That single tower needs to accumulate 2 million pops or more in order for you to achieve it. So today, in this adventure, in this endeavor, we're going to be pursuing the hot, for one, Inferno Ring. Yes, I said those in the reverse order, but nonetheless, we'll be doing this. So let's commence by putting down our Tack Shooter, and then as well, our submarine servant will be able to get some early decamification. Or shall we? No, we're going to leave it as that is. So let's begin. Faster shooting and more tacks. 202, I prefer even more tacks because our damage output with the Ring of Fire is even better. And that also translates over to the Inferno Ring. So you get more pierce with the range aspect, but you get more damage with the bottom aspect. We're doing this challenge on Resort because I think personally Resort is the most beginner-friendly map when it comes to learning about Balloons Tower Defense 6, knowing about different tactics in which you can apply down. You got this little square here which can benefit towers, I'm about to say balloons there, which have a very small radius, but you can actually utilize a lot of towers which can utilize a small amount of space to its fullest advantage, like let's say with a Tack Shooter. With the long range here, you can utilize the darting gunner so that you can just point the cursor down at the leftmost side of a track whilst positioning the dart gunner on the right handmost side of the track here, and then you won't have to move it at all in order to utilize the fullest potential of it. But then you got other stuff like map range stuff like snipers, airplanes, but helicopters. But then again, those two are not affected by obstacles anyways, but also has very little what you would call obstacles. Oh, I've got to concentrate here. Hot shots, I think. Yep, that does that. Oh, I almost lost that. I think we're gonna need a submarine down for submersion support. How much does it take? So 350, 490, 1030, 1570 required to go from placing it down to getting it to where it is. Okay, so we've got that in place and boom. Now we don't have to worry about camo balloons. I would love to upgrade to the Ring of Fire, but unfortunately that will mean that we'll have a new weakness. Purple balloons. The hot shots are still sharp while being hot, so the sharp part indicates that it can pop purples. But if we just go pure fire, then that will mean we'll have a weakness to those pesky purple balloons. And the Alchemist does not enable a tower in order for it to have purple popping potential. It can only provide lead popping potential to an otherwise tower that will have a weakness to leads. Berserker Brew next. We'll get Stronger Stimulant, and then after that we're going to get ourselves an MIB. We're going to get ourselves an MIB before pursuing Ring of Fire, just so that we can always have purple popping power. Like, I could unsubmerge the sub, but I don't want to do that. I want this to be at 0 pops at all times, although I might eat my own words later on. We now have Stronger Stimulant in play, which means that temporarily the hot shots will have increased popping potential. See here, greens, and then oh, we didn't get a good opportunity there to demonstrate the power of that. But alas, blues. Okay, so no wait, it was the Alchemist that enabled that one particular balloon to go red. Alas. So now we have ourselves a prime opportunity to ensure that we have an MIB up and running. So Grow Blocker. Somehow I call that the Heart Stopper rather than the Grow Blocker. I mean, it's the shape of a heart and you stop it from being heartful. Even ceramics, the hot shots are doing a very good job against them. Although we do have a bit of help from the Alchemist, but with the state the Alchemist is in, it's better going to be popping anything. but I'd love to have it there to boost my lovely Tack Shooter at all times. So this is where I think we might struggle a little bit. Let's see how many... Oh, it's doing 25. So, yeah, that's... Ooh, okay. I'm kind of glad that the Alchemist stole some pops there. So will that be able to do it? Ooh, just barely. Thank you, Alchemist, for intervening there, sorry. If we had Ring of Fire, we'll be able to, like, affect the entire area because it has the required amount of PS in order to affect all of the balloons clumped together there. But we need the MIB before we can pursue Ring of Fire. Otherwise, those purple balloons will just simply waltz right through. And the Alchemist has the same issue as well as the Ring of Fire does, in which it cannot put purple balloons unless it has something like the MIB in place in order for that intelligence to spill over. We finally have the Monkey Intelligence Burial up, which means that we can safely upgrade to the Ring of Fire, and we'll be able to deliver carnage to all of the purples that we can without worrying now. So we'll do just that. We'll go Ring of Fire, and then we're going to be placing Gwendolyn down, so that Gwendolyn can inherently buff the Ring of Fire and the Inferno Ring from afar. Just like so. Here we go. So we're going to be placing Gwendolyn down soon. There we go. And place her... Actually, we'll put it down here just in case she needs to clear up anything. We'll be getting a 400 village, so we don't need to pursue the top path for any reason. So let's go Monkey Commerce so that our next village down will just be about slightly bit cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
Remember in Chimps, you can't make any additional money, but you can make upgrades a bit cheaper. So there's that. Jungle Drums is up, primary training is in place, and then primary mentoring will be soon after that. Gosh, I love the fact that there are some upgrades dedicated to primary towers, because I think that they are the weakest category out of all of the different balloon types. So, shut up, Gwen. Military... Actually, aside support, primaries are the weakest. But then again, support does have that kind of linger about it that they are meant for support rather than pure power. But they're going to tell the Gigantosaurus, the Megalodon, and the Century Paragon, Champion that. Okay, Gwen's at level 5, lovely. So, 10% increase in the attack rate. Oh, sorry. Rate to fire, isn't it? Yeah, improved attack speed and radius. Okay, lovely, jubbly. Attack speed and radius. That's what we've got going on for the lovely Ring of Fire here. So our next upgrade is going to be a Overclock. And then we'll be pursuing the lovely Inferno Ring. I mean, it's in the title. Why would I not pursue it? If I don't pursue it, then why'd I put Inferno Ring in the title? They say if you've got a problem, fire can deal with it all. But then a purple balloon comes along and laughs at you. Overclock is now in place. As soon as it's in place, our attack speed, will dramatically increase. And since this is a tier 4 upgrade, it's going to have 100% uptime on it, which is lovely. Yeah, we will certainly burn it, Gwen, but you're not one that's going to be doing the burning. The one that you're buffing is going to be doing the burning. Lovely, BFB. Lovely. I love myself a well done pufferfish and lobster. Ever try pufferfishes, but lobsters? They are delicious. Round 63, how are these ceramics going to fare? Instant death. Instantaneously just charred out of existence. You can tell from this that Moabs are going to be the problem there. So getting up to 49,140 is going to be our next goal. And once we get that, all of our issues will be solved, because I think Moab class balloons are going to be our issue from now until the end game of this video. We're still quite a long way away for the second set of buffs that Gwen will give to the Ring of Fire Inferno Ring. So that is around level 18. So that's 20% improved attack speed and radius for Ring of Fire. So does that stack on top of the 10%? Or is that just like an improvement from its base from 10% to 20%, because I'd like to think that it's stacked, but I don't know. Yeah, those fortified Moabs are going to be an issue, so this might require some support in order to slow them down. And I'm going to resort to my favorite tower in order to do this with, in order to slow them down, which does not contribute any damage towards this. A 024 glue gunner. I prefer Relentless Glue over the middle path, simply because we can affect Moab class balloons, which are our main issue in this. Our issue are not the number of balloons, but the strength of each individualistic balloon. So, BFB is here, and because of the fact we've got all of this in place, we can do that. Like, if I feel that the power of this is not enough, then only very, 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 very rarely will we activate the Firestorm. We don't want Gwen to get a lot of pops, but we'll only activate it if we feel we're going to be in a very dire situation. But I don't think it's going to come to that, but just in case, I could have also upgraded this village to Monkey Comma so that the upgrades for the glue gunner would have been even cheaper, but I don't think it's going to be that beneficial. I mainly done that just because of the village. If it was an intermediate map, sorry about that mispronunciation there. If it was an intermediate map in which a 2 Megapops with Inferno Ring would be possible, then I would think it could be balanced. Because of the way that it operates, you can place the Tack Shooter down in the very middle of the track, and because it loops around the center of the track several times, you'll be able to fully utilize the small range in which the Tack Shooter has. So you can just keep on popping loads of balloons, although you do need the correct support though. I think even Reed has done a all pops video on that map with the Inferno Ring. So every single pop that happens comes from the Inferno Ring itself, and nothing else contributes to it. So unless you can put these well out of range, then do not have any attacking balloons near the track in which they can do any damage. So Geraldo, for example, cannot be near the start of the track, or Gwen can't be anywhere near the track. I hope that all makes sense. I think by the time this BFB comes, the second lot of ceramics will come as well. So let's see how it deals with all of this combined pierce requirement. And yeah, the pierce cap has been met, which is why some of the ceramics escaped to the other side there. Brown 79, a huge bunch of rainbow ceramics there. Regrow rainbow balloons are here, but nonetheless, we are more than prepared for this. But the fortified BFBs, they're going to be our main issue here. Speaking of which, here they are, and what kind of damage are we doing to them? Not a huge amount, but we are getting through the layers. Usually these mobs can be quite fast. But sometimes it's the faster ones which are more dangerous than the ones with more health. I'm referring to you, DDT.
Burn it.
We will burn it. Do not worry, Gwen. We will burn it. They shall all be charred into the nothingness. Here we go. How is this faring on with this? Are we doing well? Yeah, cracks are starting to form within the watermelon. This is probably the closest skin that I can find for the ZMG, which is water related. Like with the bad, it's got the whale. With the DDT, we've got the shark. The Moab, we've got the pufferfish. And the BFB, we've got the lobster. But the ZMG, we've got nothing. So the closest I can find is this watermelon. Because the word water in it, and there's lots of water within a watermelon. Watermelons, I think, are kind of plain. Not my favorite fruit ever. I would eat it if it's the only thing I've got there in front of me, but it wouldn't be my first choice when it comes to fruit. Oh, we had a few leeks there, and not the vegetable sort. Round 81, the first of the free play round. I've forgotten how to speak there. So how will we fare here with this incredible amount of pierce that we need to have in order to affect all of these balloons? And the answer is, we are 4k away from Inferno Ring. That's my answer. We are still in this. But these next few rounds are going to be the toughest ones out of all of them. Once we get Inferno Ring, then our issues will be non-existent. Yeah, these fortified ones are going to be the make or break of this run, so... Are we going to be able to deal with all this, or is this all going to be a bit too much for me? Oh, at the moment, it could be too much, unless... Let's see, ceramics, they're all circling around, lovely. Okay, some of them are escaping down here, so that's going to be an issue. Oh, I deployed a firebomb there too late. Nope. It managed to do that just fine, I think. Oh, we can afford it. Lovely. Set that to strong, so that it's always targeting the strongest, most balloon on screen. And let this gigantic radius of fire deal with the rest. Yeah, and with Overclock, these fireballs are going to spew out at least once every second. Like, slow it down. It's not one every second, but it just felt like it on fast forward. I'd say one every 2 seconds. I wonder if we could afford a perma-brew at this point. I think we could be able to do that. Like, would have to... It'd probably be in the high 90s, but I think it is possible for a perma-brew to be spawned here. Otherwise, we would get a second Overclock engineer and get a call to arms if that's going to be the case. Round 90, what are the DDTs going to do against my Inferno Ring? Wait, where were the DDTs? If they didn't just go? They didn't even appear on screen there, unless I was hallucinating, but there wasn't a single DDT that appeared on screen at all. That is the power of the Inferno Ring. With an MIB. Right, will any DDTs appear on this round? Okay, they appeared that time, but around 90, I swear I did not see a single DDT appear whatsoever. So, Gwen is at near level 18, which means that the fire rate and radius of the Inferno Ring will go up even more. And all of these purples are why the MIB is so important. Otherwise, we will be struggling against these purple balloons. Yeah, and these DTs just... Whoa, okay, some of them are making it quite far. There's apply the Overclock. I've been forgetting to do that. Round 97. The only thing that is weaker than a bad is a fortified ZOMG. But then again, they're also fortified bads as well, but they do not appear on regular chimps. So... Okay, Grenadin's at level 18 now, so that means the radius and the attack speed is amplified even more. Lovely. So can we get a perma-brew? Let's just hold it out and see where we go from here. I like to think that we... Okay, yes, we can. Perma-brew is up. Lovely. Round 99 is here. Lovely. Okay, yeah, the fortified DDTs just stand no chance now. Lovely. So, we're just going to ride this out.
Gonna need more gas.
Yeah, we're going to need a lot more gas, but don't you worry. We have the oven ready for the pad. It just went down nearly instantly when it entered the radius of this. And it's near 2.0... Nearly 2,040,000 pops. That's brilliant, actually. And I think that's our most successful 2 Megapops ever, actually. Like, this is the closest we've gotten to the max count on a Chimps run, really. We're only 3k away, so... Yeah, this is probably what stole the rest of the pops. And the 58 from Gwendolyn. Nonetheless, this has been a very successful 2 Megapops run. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you would like to see me do next when it comes to one of these challenges. Someone wants me to do the mad, and the rod, and I'm finding it very troubling time, in order to actually initially get them in the first place. It's easier to get the mad than it is with the rod because of their price differences. But the mad itself is going to be bad against the super ceramics. So those two are going to be very interesting because I've been trying to get the rod for a very long time. But unfortunately, I'm just unable to get to that point. So, at this point of time of making this video, we have done Crossbow Master, we've done Glaive Lord, we've done Bomb Blitz, we've done Inferno Ring now, and the Tack Zone. I don't think any of those are possible. We've done the Balloon Solver, none of the other two paths are possible. Haven't done either of those, but I don't think any of those are possible. Haven't done those. Someone suggested Energizer. Haven't done Carrier Flagship or Pirate Lord, which are two which I think are going to be possible. Done Sky Shredder and Flying Fortress. Don't think Tsar Bomber is possible. Done Comanche Commander. Looking to do Apache Prime at some point. Done all three of these. Done Balloon Exclusion Zone. I want to do the Ray of Doom and Mad. I just can't afford it. Like, that's the normal pricing of the Ray of Doom at 80,000, but that is a steep price to get, or to pay in order to get it. Archmage, Wulp, and Pod we've done. The Anti-Balloon question mark we've done. The other two paths are not possible. They're too expensive. Grandmaster Ninja we've done. Grand Saboteur I don't think is possible at all. Like, not possible. It just cannot pop Moabs to save its life. Master Bomber struggles against massive amounts of ceramics and stuff like that. None of these are possible. Done Spirit for Forest. Avatar of Wrath, I think Pop Plus is too weak in order to pursue it. Obviously, no farms are possible because you can't get farms in Chimps runs. Don't think any of these are possible. Obviously, Super Mines are too expensive. Primary Expertise, I'm on the fence with that one. Like, people have proven that it's possible, but unfortunately, I just feel that by the time you get Primary Expertise, over 42,000 pots would accumulate anyways. Century Champion, I think this is the easiest one to get. Out of any tier 5 tower, out of any tower, the buffs that you can apply to the Century Champion, like with Homeland Defense and Overclock, means that this thing can spawn out so many turrets, or so many sentries, sorry, that it's a really easy one to pursue. I also want to do Megalodon and Gigantosaurus at some point, because those two are going to be really fun to do. So that's it so far on the channel. Also, I've done Dark Champion as well. I forgot about that. The tier 4 Super Monkey. Thank you so much for watching, and take care of yourselves, everyone.